track.
I like Michael Johnson's power a little bit more than Steve Ray. Just overall striking skills there. To be honest,
Johnson's obviously really fucking good.
Yeah.
By who and how.
Yeah.
But like
he's faced a lot more steeper competition.
Yeah, but he freezes up in big fights. It seems like.
Yeah, he's lost the only big fights that I've seen that Stevie Ray's fought was Paul Feldner. Yeah, and he lost that one. He was 1-3 in his last 4. He's on a fucking downhill strike.
What was the KO? Was it that fucking spinning elbow or whatever?
Santos?
No, Felder.
I don't know what happened with Felder. I just read that. I don't even remember watching that fight. It was probably on like a Fight Pass prelim or something when they were fucking mad young. What do you think of this first one? Try to say those names for me. You're not gonna be able to read fucking
Salikov.
Yeah, no, not the first name.
Staropoli.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Staropoli.
Yeah.
I can't tell what this one says. Is it just Gane?
Yeah, Cyril Gane.
Gane.
I'm talking about, what do you think about this fight? Who do you think's got the kickboxer or the fucking 9-1, 2-0 in the UFC? He's got wins over Hector Adanya and Thiago Alves. They gave him Alves early.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask about that guy too. Like, I mean, there's wins by knockout, wins by decision.
So, he's got nothing that stands out. He's kind of like spread across the board. Yeah. His only loss was a knockout in 2013. So his only one loss was via knockout. And this other guy is a kickboxing extraordinaire, 185 and 13.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. 15-2 in MMA. I almost call it the NBA.
Yeah, I'm picking Salikov.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Salikov by knockout. He's just got a lot more experience fighting in general.
Yeah.
15-2. He's got 17 fights compared to his 10 fights MMA, and then.
That's like if Staropoli, whatever his name is, doesn't have anything that really stands out. If the fight stays, Salikov wins.
Starts standing, yeah.
Right. It stays standing.
Both of his losses are by submission now.
Yeah.
Both his MMA losses are by submission. 12 out of 15 of his MMA losses will be a knockout. And his only loss was via knockout. That's why I picked Salikov. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go with him too because it's like Staropoli has to drag him to the ground, pretty much.
If he can, if he's got that kind of.
Like he has to win.
Yeah.
Whereas Salikov, all he has to do is just stay standing.
Work to take down the fence.
Like as far as forming a game plan, it seems easier for the kickboxer.
Yeah.
Now, if he's fighting against a fucking Khabib or some shit, then I'd not say the same thing.
It'd be a harder fight to pick, but I think that's like welterweight or something, or like middleweight or some shit. So I don't think that they would even get away with Khabib. You're talking about like.
I'm saying like someone who's like someone who's like a real standout with the grappling. Then I wouldn't say the same thing, but someone who's like kind of just well rounded, whatever.
Yeah.
Has some wrestling skills.
What about Cyril Gane and Don'Tale Mays? Weird first name.
Oh, okay. I know who these guys are. These guys heavyweights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Gane's only had one fight in the UFC. And he won by submission. Knockout artist won by submission.
Yeah. Gane looks big.
Yeah.
I heard people hyping up Mays though.
His last fight was in August. He just fought Gane.
Really?
Yeah, last month or 2 months ago.
I heard some people hyping up Mays, but I mean, dude, they're both young as far as careers.
Mays off the Contender Series.
5-7 wins by knockout, KO.
Yeah.
All 4 wins are finishes, 2 KO, 2 subs.
Yeah. One of them in the UFC. I think this is Mays' UFC debut. He just won his contract in July of the Contender Series.
Alan Crowder, I know him. Who's Alan Crowder?
Alan Crowder's the dude that beat Greg Hardy because Greg Hardy got disqualified for kneeing him on the ground. Alan Crowder was beating the shit out of him in the minutes before that.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with Gane.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go Gane by knockout too because I think they're gonna try to keep it standing.
You got Gane with at least one fight in the UFC, so probably less pressure.
Yeah.
Mays gonna have might be.
I think for the young guys like this, it's something to think about, just because, they're in Singapore, and none of these guys, or at least none of those 2 guys are Chinese or anything like that. So it's probably going to be their first time in Singapore, fighting in Singapore, and then you got a guy that's never fought in the UFC, so he's never had a chance to go to any places like that, any other places except for America and Mays. And then Gane, was primarily fighting where in like Africa or wherever the fuck Francis Ngannou and them are from, and then
France,
yeah, and then had one fight wherever his last fight was in August. I think August was. They didn't go anywhere crazy in August, right? They definitely didn't go to Asia in August. So I mean, this is going to be his first time in Asia fighting. You know, both of their first times fighting. Even if one of them has experience in the UFC, this is both their first fights in Asia still. And that's a different kind of, Japan, Singapore, all shit like that. It's a different type of.
Singapore's a badass city, though, dude.
You been there?
I've seen it. Been out of the country.
Yeah, no, me neither. I don't want to, though, to be honest.
I do.
Destiny's making me go to fucking Greece.
Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Depending on where you go.
What do you mean?
Greece is pretty bad right now.
Why?
Bad economy.
What does that mean?
And it's on fire, like California. It's been on fire for years.
Is it really?
But, of course, it's going to have its super nice parts.
Yeah, but the nice parts are still on fire?
No. But it's going to have its destination parts that are probably fucking awesome. But yeah, in the whole, Greece sucks right now.
That sucks.
Yeah, they had to be bailed out.
I guess probably going to go to Hawaii.
European Union.
Which is technically, she said she either wants to go to Hawaii or Greece. And Hawaii's not even technically leaving the country, so I guess I won't be leaving the country. Still a fucking long-ass flight. That's what I don't want to do. Yeah. It's a long flight. I'm down with going out of the country to like Cuba or something. That's like a 4-hour flight or 5-hour flight. But I don't want to go.
Not even.
Huh?
Not even.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to
flight from here to Chicago was like an hour and a half.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, here in New York is 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours, 15 minutes or so.
It's a little longer of a drive than Chicago is.
Is it really?
Chicago's like a 11-hour drive. Something.
Oh, it's close to the same. I would have thought they would have been close to the same drive away. We were talking about what we wanted to do for the bachelor party, and I was like, I got so many people that are fucking in different states and shit. We can't. It's not really like we can do anything. We'll probably just hang out and do some shit.
Yeah, she's trying to have a bachelor party? Bachelorette party?
Yeah, she will. All of her people are here.
Yeah.
Only people here, I got you and my dad.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be people that are like in the wedding.
What do you mean?
We just have a thing with your boys, yeah.
No, it's not what a bachelor party is, bro.
Bachelor party's got to be the wedding party, guys?
That's what it is.
Yeah. Traditionally,
yeah. Nothing's traditional, but at the same time, I mean, I don't really give a fuck about having a bachelor party if it's not with those people, I just have a party. Fuck the difference,
Okay, so what day were you going to? It's in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
What day are you guys going?
We're going for a family vacation at the beginning of that week. And then we're going to have like friends and like the other people that are in the wedding party come on like Wednesday, Thursday. And then we're going to have people like just friends that we're inviting to the wedding. And like Dwayne, if they want to come and shit, on the day of the wedding.
And the day of the wedding is?
Saturday.
Okay.
Like the 9th or something.
So you can just have a bachelor party the day before the wedding?
Or like Thursday or some shit like that. That's what I was saying. That's what it's probably going to be. But at first, when we were first thinking about it, I was thinking about a place that's in the middle of all of us. So in the middle of New York and South Dakota and here. You know the only place that is? New
York, South Dakota and here?
Exactly in the middle. Same drive for all of us.
Like around Chicago?
Michigan.
Yeah.
I figured out Ann Arbor, Michigan would probably be pretty close, but it's a little bit longer of a drive for us. Yeah, fuck that. We're good. We'll have it at the wedding. I'm not going to fucking Michigan.
Yeah.
Those are 2 states I would never want to go to. Like, I got a couple states on the bucket list that I want to go to.
That drive's not fun, bro.
No, not even the drive. I don't
the
give a fuck.
The drive in New York's way better.
If we got it.
It's all interesting.
Oh, you're talking about because of the
drive to like Michigan and shit? It's all fucking like half of it's like driving through like rural countryside and shit.
Yeah, I don't care about that. The drive wouldn't matter because I'd be going with like you and my dad, Dalton. So we'd have like 4 people to drive. So I wouldn't be worried about that. But yeah, it's just not too.
It's gonna be funny as shit. Your dad hanging out with us.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna hang out. He hangs out at the family parties all the time.
Did you already start this?
Yeah, it's been started, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did the first 2 fights already. We got to go to.
I didn't know that was official.
Frank Camacho and
Yes.
Why are you picking that?
Well, no, let's start back over there because we can probably get into more depth with that.
What? We went over both of them. We went over the stand-up versus the has to pull him to the ground. We went over the stand-up out. I mean, we were still kind of talking about this, but we both made our pick. It's Ghana. That's kind of what I do. I kind of just talk about it, and if I ever slip up and say my pick, all right, we'll move on to the next one. You already know who I'm picking. What's the point of giving you background if you know who I'm picking now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the next one would be
Ghana looked bigger at the face-offs too.
You seen those? I didn't see any of them except for.
I just saw like the highlights. Well, yeah, I mean face-offs, main card face-offs.
All I seen was Maya and Askren. I didn't go looking for them or anything.
It looks so awkward.
It's gonna be weird. Right. Throw some points at you, so you fucking. I want to see your reaction when I throw those points at you.
All right, so next fight you got Camacho versus Dariush.
I like Camacho.
Do you?
Yeah,
I'm going with Dariush, man.
No, I'm not saying I like him in the fight. I'm just saying I like Camacho. 17 out of 22 wins via knockout. Camacho.
Yeah, he's 2-3 in the UFC.
Yeah, his last fight. Oh no, he was on a 2-fight losing streak.
He snapped the 2-fight losing streak back in June with KO over Nick Heinen.
Yeah.
And you have Dariush, he's going to be trying to grapple.
Yes, sir. Frank Camacho's got good takedown defense, though.
Does he?
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen that in a couple of different fights.
Dariush never lost a decision.
Never lost a decision. Yes, that's correct.
That's interesting.
He's won 6 decisions, though. So that's what I was kind of.
So he's got 7 sub wins, 6 decision wins. So he's got 3 knockout wins.
Yeah. But that's why I was kind of like a toss up in the air there because, you know, a 3-round fight. If he can actually take him down for a couple minutes each round, there's not hard to get to a decision. If this guy's never lost a decision, that means he obviously knows how to win a fight by points. And Camacho...
Even going for the takedown, got guy up against the cage. I mean, you're scoring points. Keep him there. You land some clinch strikes. You drag them down once. They get back up. Like, you can easily win a round that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And Camacho, he only has 5 wins in his career that are not knockouts. So I mean, he doesn't have that much experience winning decisions, you know.
Right.
Even if all 5 of them, even if he has no submissions, which I can't remember if he does or not, and all 5 of them are decision wins, you know, it's still not.
And he's 22-7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so he's got more fights, right? And then he's got more wins.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of knockouts, but like only 3 fights in the UFC.
Yes. Dariush been for a long time.
No, I'm sorry, 5 fights in the UFC.
Yeah, 5, 2 and 3.
Yeah. So he's got some UFC experience, but he's got less wins.
Only 5 fights, so Dariush's been there for a hot minute.
Yeah, most of his career, right? So, yeah, I want to pick Dariush, man, because I got one. I've seen a fight. I don't know if I've seen. Is it Joel Camacho? Is that his name?
No, Frank Camacho.
Frank Camacho.
Where do you see Joel at?
I don't. Isn't there another guy named Camacho? It's like Joel. Or something?
No, Frank the Tank Camacho.
Oh. You know what's funny? I saw that face-off, and I wasn't looking at the names, and I didn't recognize Dariush.
No?
No. I was like, who the fuck is that guy?
There's stuff long hair?
I saw it. No, he's got
He cut his hair now?
Yeah. I didn't recognize him. I was like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, I might follow your lead and take Dariush. I don't want to, but I want to pick Camacho, but it's just so much easier to think that somebody can, if they get a takedown and hold him down, rather than, you know, you're banking on somebody landing a knockout shot the whole time. And if it doesn't happen in the first round, you know, you have cardio to deal with, especially if you've been taken down in any part in the fight. You have a serious cardio issue to take into consideration. So
yeah, I
think the safer bet would be Dariush, and I need the points right now because my fucking my picks last week sucked, dude.
Yeah, but your overall picks are pretty good.
Huh?
Your overall picks are pretty
good. Yeah, they're decent, but I have weeks like last week, and then my shit gets
5 and 7.
Yeah. Shit gets fucked up, man.
Yeah.
That's no good. And if Greg Hardy would have actually not used an inhaler, it would have been 5-8, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he's an inhaler.
You just don't count the no contest.
I don't count the no contest.
I can't believe they let the fight keep going.
Huh?
That's what I'm surprised about.
Yeah. Well,
it's like if everybody in the brothers saw him do that, and like everyone that knows what they're talking about, it's like you can't do that. I just can't believe they didn't just stop the fight right there and say, "Yo, we can't continue this because you just did something that gives you an advantage." So, you know, like we're liable now. If you knock this guy out now, we're liable for this guy's injuries because we allowed you to break the rules to get an advantage, and then we allowed you to keep going.
Was Dana even there?
Yeah, not Dana though, like the commission.
commission's the one that told him yes.
I know, so they fucked up. So they're liable for whatever bad shit happened afterwards. So I'm just surprised they let it keep going.
That'd be the only guy that I would think would like jump up from the side of the cage and be like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
They probably just weren't sure.
Dana White
for a while.
That dude, but dude, Chael Sonnen put it the best way in the world. It's like, if you don't know, you have to be able to say, "I don't know." If he would have told him, "I don't know," and Greg Hardy used it, you're an idiot. Because then you obviously wanted to cheat.
That's why you don't get the DQ, because the commissioner guy told you.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been straight. If he would have just did it and tried to like hide it and shit, DQ.
Yeah.
Straight DQ.
He goes, "Yeah, man. Medically, it's medical. USADA approved."
Yeah.
The commission dude's just like, "All right."
If you say so, boss, what the fuck? That's who governs you, motherfucker.
Fucking.
It probably is USADA approved outside of competition.
Yeah.
Just like, you know what I'm saying, marijuana is USADA approved outside competition.
Yeah.
As soon as you get within a certain amount of fights, fucking can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Same
Even
thing.
if USADA says it's okay during a fight, that state athletic commission. It's the rules there, it's the Massachusetts rules.
Oh no, but that wouldn't matter. If it's not a USADA violation, then you've seen it like with matter of fact, you haven't seen it yet, but you're gonna start seeing it with like I think it's California or something like that. That said, if the fighter if they try to come in to the fight 15% over their thing, they'll scrap the fight. They won't let the fight happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they'll book it the next week. Wherever they're at next week. If they're in California and they go to fucking China next week, it's booked for next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not suspended or anything like that. They're going to count as the loss. They're just going to move it. So, like, it's the same thing. Like, if it's not, as you saw, a violation.
Bro, let's just put this on pause real quick, bro. Greg Hardy versus Alexander Volkov.
Yeah, Volkov gets fucked up.
Volkov gets fucked up?
I'm just fucking with
dude.
But it's a close one. It's a close one for me.
Now,
just because I already told you about what I think about with Volkov. What his weaknesses are with the Derek Lewis shit.
Yeah, I want to use the Derek Lewis fight to kind of help with the prediction for this kind of fight. So he was tagging Derek Lewis bad. Derek Lewis has shit movement, right? He's not moving around a lot. He's wanting to just counter you with a big punch.
Yeah.
Hardy's got good movement.
Yeah.
He's very athletic. He's fast, but he doesn't have the really big punch. Like the technical punch. Yeah, of course, he's powerful, but he doesn't have like the technical setup.
Yes.
He relies on like bull rushing you real quick and maybe catching you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he fights Volkov like he fought, what's his name?
Ben
Sasoli, yeah. He's gonna get just teed off on all fight.
Yeah,
I think he's not going to be able to just throw those jabs out there because he's going to get hit every time he does.
You want to hear something fucked up about the Greg Hardy fight? What I was so pissed about is that I was watching the fight and I was laying down, and it was just so boring in the first round or I thought it was boring. I don't know if it was actually boring, but like a couple minutes in, I was just like, "Oh my god, you got to be kidding me!" I went to sleep, and I actually set my alarm to wake up in 15 minutes when the fight was over because I wanted to see the main event. So I had no clue what happened. And they're like, it was a no contest using Haler. I was like, what? This guy used a Haler in the middle of the fight, dude? What the fuck? I immediately got on Twitter and seen
Tommy Cruz was like, they like pan away from the octagon for a second. They didn't like the film crew didn't know what to do. They were like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, what do we do? Do we film still? And Tommy Cruz was like, you can't do that.
I love it, man. I hate Dominic Cruz, but it's fucking.
Yeah, I hate him as a commentator.
Yeah,
I can't stand him.
I mean, not as much as the commentators. I didn't like him as a fighter, but it's still like he's not that good at commentator. I'd have him definitely at like bottom 2 commentators right now.
I think he's too.
He's probably a little bit above Brandon Fitzgerald, though. I don't like Brandon Fitzgerald.
He's too confident what he says because I've seen him be wrong so many times.
Oh yeah,
as a commentator.
Yeah.
Standout time is Namajunas versus Andrade fight. He's like, yeah, she can't slam her when she's going for the Kimura. Boom!
Right on her head.
Just cracked her head open. Like, wow.
He's argued with Joe so many times when he's so wrong.
Yeah,
and it's just like, oh my god.
It's not the fact that he's wrong sometimes. It's that fact. Like,
he's arguing.
I think as a commentator, you aren't supposed to really like point out when fellow commentators might be wrong.
Exactly.
I think if you do, it's supposed to be discreet so that they can correct themselves.
Yeah.
It's kind of unprofessional to correct your fellow commentator.
Definitely. 100%, yes.
And he does that. It's kind of shitty.
Yeah. And he's so obvious, like arrogant with it too.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. But yeah, Volkov probably fucked him up.
With the Hardy thing, it got to the point where, Dominic Cruz just kept going on with it. And DC agreed, like, yeah, I don't think you can do that. But DC finally was kind of just like, well, let's just move on, man. Like, okay, we get it, man. But let's just see what happens.
Well, no, with that situation, I'm with Cruz there. I would have fucking made a big deal. I would have been standing up, yelling to the referee, like, hey, man, fuck you doing in there, man? You know what I'm saying?
You never know what the bug in his ear is telling him.
Oh, yeah, they might tell him to shut up or something, like, stop doing that. But obviously they weren't. If he kept going on and on, maybe they said that to DC and fucking Cruz didn't have a bug in his ear. Maybe.
I mean, when the third round started, maybe like a minute into the third round, they quit talking about it.
Yeah. That's a long time. Because it happened like right before the bell rang, didn't it? To go back to fighting?
It was pretty much immediately. He sat down. He goes, "Can I use my inhaler?" Like his coach was talking to him. He looks at the commission guy, or he looks at his coach, says, "Can I use my inhaler?" And the commission dude is standing there. He looks at him. He's like, "Can I use my inhaler?" And the guy's like, is it for medical reasons? And he goes, "Yeah, it's USADA approved." The guy's like, "Oh, yeah, you're good."
Yeah,
and then he's sitting there listening to his coach for a minute and then gets up and fights.
I know, because in the video I seen, he goes, "Can I use it?" Yada yada, and
you're right. He kind of gets up right afterwards.
He hits it, and then the bell rings, and he just throws it.
Yeah,
that's what I thought was the most funniest part. So I was like, "This dude don't even give a fuck about his inhaler, man."
Do you know what those actually do?
Yeah,
like for asthma and stuff. It makes it.
So I know what they do for a person. I don't know what they do for an asthma.
It makes it so like your bronchial tubes open up, like expand. So
gives you more oxygen to your blood.
Yeah, but like asthma apparently isn't the inability to breathe in; it's the inability to exhale carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're not getting enough oxygen because you're filled up with the carbon dioxide still. Yeah. So it like opens up something like your bronchial tubes or something like that inside your chest, like around.
If you have that,
right? Well, no, it just does. Those inhalers are like it's the steroid that targets that area, and it expands I think it's your bronchial tubes. But I've seen a lot of people say who have asthma that use inhalers like that. They say it is a stimulant that speeds up your heart rate when you hit it, which pretty much means it boosts your adrenaline at the time. So it's not just helping you breathe; it gives you like a boost real quick.
I've hit it just to see what it does. It just from what I understand about reading about it and from hitting it myself is I read about it and it says it gives you more oxygen to your blood. So it lets you recoup faster from when you're tired. From when I hit it, it immediately gives you a breath. Like if you're running around and you hit it, boom, it gives you that breath right back. Right. So like you're not huffing and puffing anymore. It's like right back. You know what I mean?
But then there's different kinds of inhalers too, because like when I had bronchitis as a kid, I had an inhaler that was just straight up oxygen. It wasn't like a steroid or stimulant or anything like that. It was just straight oxygen. Like because they put you on a oxygen tank where the air you breathe is only like 20-something% oxygen. It's a bunch of different gases. You need the oxygen. You can't just breathe the oxygen. You'll probably die. But they give it to you for like a short period of time just to kind of like revitalize everything for a second and then take you off of it. And so the one the inhaler I had for just while I had bronchitis was just straight oxygen. But his is for asthma, so it's that fucking steroid.
My biggest point to look at, is he even really asthmatic? Would be, when he was in NFL, they gave him, they were, oh, he's definitely has asthma, yada, yada. Look at these pictures of him in the NFL, hitting his inhaler and shit. It's like, dude, they give you oxygen on the sideline in the NFL. So, like, nothing's against the rules. So who knows what the fuck, he may not have had asthma. He might have just been hitting his inhaler because that helps him breathe on the fucking football field. Now you're going to tell me that means he has asthma? I don't, you know what I'm saying? I want his parents to step forward. Tell me this motherfucker's got asthma or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody prove to me he's got asthma. And if he don't, then the new question is that with the bronchial tubes and shit like that, it could help you like that if you have asthma. But what does it do for you if you don't have asthma? Does it have any kind of different effect on you if you don't have asthma? Because if it does, then boom, then you need to start looking into that if he doesn't have asthma. Because it could be medically approved. You could prove to the people that you get winded really fast. You know what I'm saying? That's what asthma is, right? Well, you can't prove this to USADA that you have asthma, right? You just tell them you have asthma.
I mean, you could prove it just from, a doctor saying you do.
Yeah, but you have to prove it to the doctor somehow, right? And how would you prove it to the doctor?
Well, the doctor would prove it.
By looking at your lungs or by just seeing how fast you get tired? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know how they would diagnose it.
Because like I used to have a friend one day when I was mad young, and he got he had an inhaler, he had asthma and shit like that, and all that happened was he kept getting tired. So his parents took him to the doctor. Doctor says, "Yeah, you got asthma. You get tired way too quick," and they gave him fucking inhaler. Yeah. What up, bud? YouTube video. What you doing? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm not doing anything on the website, but that's cool.
The whole Greg Hardy situation.
I'm not doing anything on the website, but that's cool. Yeah. Who? It's Destiny doing it all. Yeah. We're making a YouTube video, though. We live right. Yeah, we live right now. You having a conversation with me is live on the fucking internet right now. Hit me up, bro. Peace. He thought we were watching YouTube videos. Anyway. Yeah, we got a couple people in there. Ain't nobody saying nothing. No, Greg ain't there. Greg, I told you about the time. Greg told me that Diaz was gonna get fucking. You remember Greg, right?
Yeah.
Diaz told me. He told me Diaz was gonna get fucking whacked by Pettis. First round, Pettis is gonna knock him out. Yada yada. He didn't come back for like 4 straight weeks after the Pettis fight. So I was like,
but he came back.
I was like, dude, you better come back so I could talk my shit to you when he beats his ass.
Greg.
Because Nate's
the guy that says all the crazy shit, right?
Yeah. He actually stopped doing that stuff, though. He started talking like for real, like what he really thinks. I guess he was just trolling a little bit in the beginning. But yeah, he stopped coming. He knew I was going to get on his ass, so he stopped coming for like mad weeks.
One more thing I want to say about the Hardy incident.
Good. And then we're going to go.
He didn't have any signs of having like an asthma attack or anything.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
There was this kid in school. I grew up with him, like elementary school. So he lived down the street from me. His name was Trent. And he would have an asthma attack in school, and you would hear him walking down the hallway like these like horrible like coughs. Like he's trying to force out the air. Mm-hmm. That's what an asthma attack's like, I guess. And I mean, he didn't have any of those symptoms. He was kind of just sitting there, kind of like, well, damn, can I have my inhaler? I'm tired.
I'm very winded right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about hold on, before we get to the next fight, what about they made, with that fight going to the co-main event, they made Zabit and Qatar the main event, and they were like, oh, yeah, it could still be 3 rounds. Like, it's too short notice to make you guys do a 5-round fight. Like, what, motherfucker? Like, you've never had somebody fill in on short notice in a main event?
Yeah.
And just brought somebody in that's fighting a 5-round fight now? So what the fuck?
They're trying to protect Hardy, man.
No, they're protecting Zabit.
Wait, the Zabit fight's still 3 rounds.
Still 3 rounds as a main event.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Zabit could go 5 rounds easy. Mm-hmm. You don't think?
Cardio's bad.
Why?
His cardio's bad. We've seen that. Remember in the Bosniak fight when Bosniak started swinging all crazy in the 3rd round, and Zabit was just kind of defending, and like throwing punches because he was tired.
Yeah.
In the end of the 3rd round. So now they're thinking if he was like that at the end of the 3rd round, throw 2 more rounds on that.
But
what the fuck is going to happen?
Zabit's style isn't to really bang like that, like in the pocket. So,
he was tired.
When what's his name was in his face trying to take his head off, he's going to kind of just defend, move.
Yeah. But you could tell in the end of that fight, he was. I mean, he wasn't like gassed, but he definitely wasn't as fresh as he was in the 1st round.
What about Jeremy Stevens' fight? That was 3 rounds too.
Yeah.
He's pretty much
the second time,
1 step ahead the whole fight.
Who's that year?
No, Zabit Stevens.
They never fought.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
I don't know, maybe a little bit ago.
No, you gotta look at it at the same time as me. I'm telling you, Zabit didn't fight Stevens.
He did, yeah. If he did, then I don't know who the hell I'm thinking of.
He did. That was his most recent fight.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
He was pretty much just, there's nothing Stevens could do. He just kept swinging and missing the whole fight against Zabit.
I actually don't remember that.
Yeah.
235. Jones Smith.
But Zabit didn't do anything that hurt Stevens either. He just kind of evaded and stuck a move.
Tell me, why was everybody talking about, before they knew about Edwards being the late replacement, why was everybody thinking that they were going to shut down the whole card because of the Nate Diaz thing?
They're stupid.
Because people were writing to me and they were like, yeah, I was scared until we heard about Leon Edwards that they were going to shut down the whole card, yada, yada.
They wouldn't do that.
For one fight. They got like 4 good fights on that card.
Yeah. But maybe just a last-ditch effort to save the really big fight that the whole thing is built around. Push the whole card back. But, like, I couldn't see them doing that. Because you got all the fighters on the card that all paid for a fight camp, okay? I mean, they paid for a certain amount of time. They're ready right now. They're about way in, or, they're getting ready.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I think this is? With the whole USADA thing, what Nate Diaz is? I think it's a big ploy to give Conor Nate again.
Just because Conor announced he's coming back?
Conor announced coming back in January. Nate, if he would have fought Jorge,
he probably wouldn't have been able to make that fight.
He wouldn't have been fighting in January. But now he's not. If he doesn't fight Jorge, guess who's going to be fresh and ready in January? Nate Diaz.
And on steroids?
Not on steroids. He was never probably. If that's the case, he was never on steroids. The only reason they told him he was flagged is so he did a stunt like this, got himself out of the fight. Because they've been wanting Masvidal versus Leon Edwards for that long.
Yeah.
The only reason they made the Masvidal Diaz fight is because Diaz called for it. They made this bad motherfucker thing, and then for some reason, I guess heat got to Dana so much, Dana made the fight.
So they keep the bad motherfucker belt with the Masvidal Edwards fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the winner of McGregor Diaz fights the winner of that one for the bad motherfucker belt.
That's a lot of build right there.
But that doesn't really get Conor closer to fighting Khabib again.
Who cares, dude?
I mean,
he would get fucked up.
You never know with the UFC. They fucking said, okay, you're featherweight champ, you get to fight lightweight champ all of a sudden. But like, they could do that, but it wouldn't make sense. He'd be skipping over a bunch of lightweights again, which they wouldn't want to do with McGregor.
I know that your boy
again.
Conor loses to Khabib 15 times out of 10. Okay, 15 times out of 10, bro. 1.5 times each fight. Okay, this guy loses every time, bro. He does not beat Khabib. Out of all the people that have a chance, Conor's got 0.
He's got less of a chance than everyone else?
No. I'm just saying, out of anybody that has a chance, if there's like 1 or 2 people. Yeah, no. 0.
Who are the 2 people you think have a chance at lightweight? Ferguson and Gaethje?
Gaethje's a lot less chance than Ferguson, I think.
Ferguson and
No. Gaethje's in there. I don't know that there's 2 specifically. I know there's a couple, but Tony's definitely the highest percentage chance. Gaethje's up there, but definitely not as high as Tony Ferguson's chance, I don't think. Guy have good takedown defense, man. You have an unorthodox style of striking because obviously Khabib has the basics of boxing down.
Tony, man, he is very unpredictable too. So when Poirier kept trying to get away from Khabib, he kept going for the wizard, right? And Khabib just, fuck that, you ain't getting that. And he kept trying. He tried like 3 times.
I seen it. Yeah.
And every time Khabib was just like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Tony, that motherfucker will roll for a knee bar just to get Khabib to like get out of it, just so he can get back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And if Khabib can't get out of it, he's got him in a knee bar.
Yeah.
Like Tony gets rocked. He got rocked from Pettis, and he's just like front flip. Hey, come out of here, bro.
Yeah. That shit's awesome. I love Tony.
Yeah, he's fun as shit to watch for sure.
What do you got right now? Let's finish these up.
All right. Michael Johnson versus Stevie Ray. I got to go with Johnson. I want to say Johnson. I think Johnson freezes up in big fights, but I think he is really, really good. Like, his record doesn't do him any justice.
Very close in amount of fights, 33 fights to 31 fights.
True.
But a lot better of a record for
I think
Ray.
Johnson's fought steeper competition, for sure. I mean, he's fought a lot of the best. He beat Tony Ferguson. He knocked out Dustin Poirier. 1-punch knockout.
Yeah. Barboza, Lozon.
Yeah, beat Barboza.
Artem, Andre Fili. Artem was the most recent win he's got.
Yep. I want to go Johnson, and I think it's going to be just by decision, just outboxing him. I don't think it's going to be a knockout.
No?
No. I mean, it could be, but from seeing how he's been fighting the last couple fights, like especially at featherweight, when he fought, what's his name? Dude, just knocked him out.
Josh Emmett.
Emmett, yeah, he was beating Emmett all fight. Sticking and moving, just getting out of the way. And Emmett's got good footwork. In fact, Emmett kind of looks like Dillashaw, the way he moves, boxes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Michael Johnson was just a step ahead, but wouldn't really hurt him. And then, bam, he got knocked out. It's unfortunate, but he definitely was going to win that fight.
Mm-hmm.
But, he didn't do anything that really put Emmett in danger all fight. But I don't know, man. I mean, I know I've seen Ray fight before, but I can't think of, really how he fights. What's in my mind is that he's kind of wants to get in your face and pressure you and bang with you, so.
No, you'll know. Yeah, I'll bring up a certain fight. I remember when I seen it, but I don't remember right now who he was fighting. Was it the Joe Lozon fight that he won? Swanson versus Lobov. I think it was because that was the fight that was it? Was that the fight that Conor McGregor was cage side? And it was. And the referee kept telling him, "Yo, man, get away from the cage. You're not a corner man. Get away from the cage. You're not a corner man." He beat Lozon that night. Yeah, it was
decision.
Yeah, unanimous. That was the same night Mike Perry knocked out Jake Ellenberg with the elbow in the clinch.
Sick elbow.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching that fight. Now that I'm thinking about it. I thought he retired at one point.
He beat Lozon by decisions.
Yeah, no. He doesn't have any really notable wins. Joe Lozon, Ross Pearson, that's it. In the UFC, at least. I mean, he's going to beat these other guys, but I don't even know who these other guys are.
And Lozon looked amazing the other night.
Yeah.
Dude, that was amazing.
And then Dana's like, "Oh, I'm going to force him to retire." Like, fuck you, asshole.
He said that?
Yeah, dude. He said he made a deal with Lozon before the fight that no matter what happens during the fight, he retires. Joe Lozon doesn't do it. And then after the fight in the press conference, Dana told everybody about the deal. And then somebody asked him, "So what are you planning to do with him now?" And he said, "I plan to make him retire." That's what he said. Like, fuck off, dude. He looked the best he's looked in fucking years, G.
I felt bad for that kid. He did that too, right?
Make him retire? Fuck you.
Lord.
You know that guy came out of that promotion in Tennessee, Valor.
Really?
The one that's mad close to us, yeah. Tim Lloyd, Valor, shout out to them. That's where he came from.
Yeah, I definitely got Johnson though.
Yeah, me too. But I got him by knockout, probably first, second round. I just think, the outboxing, and then he's got a lot of power.
He does have a lot of power.
Yeah.
And I think maybe he might be scared to get knocked out himself.
Ooh, vintage Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, that's nice. He might be, kind of scared to get knocked out himself. Yeah, so he wants to kind of keep away, stick and move.
Good.
But shit, he was sticking and moving with Poirier, not Poirier flat out. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was before he got knocked out cold by Josh Emmett.
Yeah.
That could have a big factor on how he fights.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was also before his war with Gaethje, correct?
What?
When he knocked out Poirier. It was before his fight with Gaethje too.
Yeah, Poirier was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it was a long time ago for him.
Was that Poirier at the end of featherweight or right when he first moved up to lightweight?
That was end of featherweight, I think.
So Johnson has gone back and forth.
Yeah, Johnson was at featherweight. He went up to, because I had that in order. So.
Okay, yeah.
Never mind. No, he was at 55. That was when he first started at 55.
Roger Feely, Poirier.
It went like this. This is how this went. So he went here. He went down to Poirier was his last fight at lightweight. Yeah, and then he went Andre Feely, Arnold Lobov. As a matter of fact, no, these are just wins. So this might not have been his last fight, but that was his last win at featherweight. And then, at lightweight, and then went to featherweight. Mm-hmm. So I think it was after. Either way, I think Gaethje was after Poirier.
All right, so main event.
I'll tell you the two things I think is going to happen.
Versus Ben Askren.
You're either right about the one scenario that he does just wrestle him, keeps him down. Maybe Damian Maia gets lucky and throws up a submission, you know what I mean?
Triangle or something.
Possibility, something like that. Or both these guys know that they're grappling. They know that one person has no significant strikes in their 2-fight career. One guy has 2 significant strikes in his last 2 fights. Maybe they think, you know what? Damian Maia looked pretty good striking in his last fight. Decent striking in his last fight. Ben Askren has 6 career knockouts, the same amount of career submission he has. Maybe they try to stand the whole time. Maybe they try to stand the whole
time. Aren't all
time.
Askren's knockouts like on the ground?
I don't know. He knocked out Shinya.
You don't get to see that shit on Wikipedia. Fucking.
He knocked out Aoki. Aoki's a beast submission artist. That's why you were saying he hasn't fought any. I don't even know why I didn't show you. I thought I showed you earlier. But he's fought a bunch of good submission guys. Shinya Aoki is definitely one of them. I don't even know if I'm saying his first name right, but you can see right now if I'm saying it right. Shinya Aoki. Shinya Aoki, yeah. He's got wins over Koreshkov by knockout. He was a very good striker. Douglas Lehman by decision. Layman Good by decision. Although Damian Maia also has that was in like 2010. Damian Maia has a recent win over Layman Good when Layman Good looks phenomenal stand-wise. Damian Maia just beat him one of his last 2 fights. So, but yeah, Ben Askren's got some.
He's got a win over Nick Thompson?
That's not who you think it is.
I got a win over Nick Thompson.
Oh, yeah. I thought when I first seen that, I thought it was, what's Thompson that knocked out Josh Thompson.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Josh Thompson.
Knocked out Nate Diaz.
Yeah. This guy, Nick Thompson, sucks, obviously.
Yeah.
He's fought mad good people. Jake Shields, Tim Kennedy, Ben Askren, Paul Daly. He actually beat Paul Daly.
Dude, so he fought like 3.
Eddie Alvarez. He beat Eddie Alvarez. He knocked out Eddie Alvarez.
Did
he? Yeah.
He fought 3 like fucking top level grapplers in a row.
You should know probably who.
Jake Shields, Tim Kennedy, and fucking.
Oh, not in a row, no.
Ben Askren?
Not in a row, no.
Lord.
His in a row losses, because he has 4 straight losses to end his career, which ended in 2011. He's got a submission loss to Tim Kennedy, a knockout loss to Dan Hornbuckle, a knockout loss to Toshiki Akono, and then a decision loss to Ben Askren.
Askren's been fighting since before 2011.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Ben Askren started his MMA career 2009.
Oh, yeah. Damn, son.
Fighting stupid shit, and then went to Bellator. That was early in Bellator, dude. Bellator 14. They're on 220 something now.
Mm-hmm.
That's early. That's like being in UFC 15 right now, and then now they're in 230 something.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking.
Bellator's they have events more often.
Yeah, they do, and they have multiple events in one night, multiple events in a weekend, and shit like that. So it's not the same, but you know what I'm getting at.
All right.
I got Ben Askren either way.
I just don't see Askren ever really trying to stand and bang with anybody.
I did.
Maybe he wants to try it out, and so pick Maia to do it.
No.
It's not very dangerous on feet.
Just the same thing as why Khabib rocked Conor. You know what I mean? Like Conor's looking for the takedown so hard, some of your stand-up opens up. Same thing with Damian Maia. Damian Maia thinks, oh, my strength is being on top of you. Your strength being on top of me. I'm going to make sure you don't get on top of me. I'm going to make sure my takedown defense is fucking on point. Focuses so much on the takedown defense, it opens up the striking. You know what I mean?
Imagine Damian Maia knocks him out on feet.
Oh, dude.
It's like a head kick.
High possibility. That's why I'm not going to guess on that one what I think, how they're going to finish. Like knockout, wrestle, decision, nothing like that. I'm just going to guess that Ben Askren wins.
Askren is a very, explosive. He's very strong. Yeah, very strong. Not very explosive. He wants to get close to you, grab you, and slowly drag you down. Because he is very strong. But, with Khabib, I know what you're saying. You know, Maia might be looking for the takedown or whatever, but, Khabib did, a masterful setup with that overhand. He did the same footwork moves that he did the first round when he shot for that single leg.
Exactly.
The low single leg. The exact same movement, exact same, landing in a sidestep. Looked like he was coming down and came over with the overhand. I don't think Askren is that good to really be successful with setting something like that up.
What? That good at grappling?
No, yes. Not that good overall. Not that athletic, not that explosive.
Come on. But he could still mimic a takedown. He could still get a takedown in the first round.
Punch at him?
And and just mimic the way he did that takedown, and instead of actually going for the takedown, coming up with a punch. Regardless of how it looks, how athletic it is, how whatever it is, he could do exactly what Khabib did.
It's pretty much how most wrestlers in MMA have their power. Is that their initial explosiveness is like they're going for a takedown, And then that's what someone like Chad Mendes throws so many just fucking like huge overhands because he's initially like he's shooting to generate power and coming over with the punch.
Yeah, I think that's why Chad Mendes did so well against McGregor. It's the same exact reason.
Yeah.
But why Khabib and why
but he just couldn't really hurt him.
Exactly.
Yeah, he clocked the fuck out of McGregor a lot.
He was too small.
Hit him on the chin a lot, actually.
Too small.
Yeah. Well, just McGregor's got a stupid chin too.
Come on.
He does, bro. He's got a stupid chin.
Oh, dude,
he's got a stupid chin, bro.
Dude, he got dropped by a grappler, dude. Come on.
Right.
Come on.
But that punch was disgusting. That punch would have knocked lots of other guys clean out. That punch was nasty, bro. Hit right on the button. It was very powerful. It caught him off guard. Dude, he recovered like that. Chad Mendes cracked him multiple times. Nothing. He looked him. Come on, pussy.
Dude. All right, why could he even knock out Alex quicker? Why he ain't
because he didn't catch him with anything like that.
But he was swinging. They was standing up for a hot minute.
Because Eichwender
for a long time. 5 rounds.
Didn't get caught off guard like that. McGregor got caught off guard bad, dude. All right, so like, look, if you go back and look at them, I'm not honest, man. If you go back and look, if you go back and look at the McGregor Khabib fight, okay, you look at the first takedown that Khabib shot. McGregor tried to knee him in the face on his way down.
Yeah, I seen it.
You saw that shit?
Yeah.
He tried to knee him in the face on his way down, missed, and then was like, "Oh shit!" Like he's got my leg. I gotta grab him. Mm-hmm. Now I think he did the wrong thing. I think he then should have turned and fucking tried to high knee it out of there instead of like sink down and try to wrestle with him.
Because then you gave him your back.
Yeah, maybe. But like, you ain't gonna out wrestle Khabib, bro. Don't try to wrestle your way out of that position. You gotta just fucking get the fuck out of there. You know what I mean?
I'd rather wrestle. He got out of that round, so I'd rather wrestle my way out than give him my back and get choked out.
And he scooted to the cage quick. But so Conor's trying to time a strike when he's coming in for the takedown. You see that from the first takedown. He tried to time a knee. So then, when Khabib threw that punch, it's not just that Conor's scared of the takedown. He's trying to counter the takedown. So he's like, okay, this time I'm going to land it. And it's just like, bang, got cracked. And he got fucking cracked. And he recovered like instantly.
I don't think it was that big of a strike. I think it caught him clean, but I don't think he has that
first time he's ever been knocked down in his career.
I know. I don't think Khabib is that strong. Like, he's definitely strong grapple-wise, but I don't think he's that strong striking-wise. Name one other person we've seen Khabib knocked down.
That's like the most powerful punch he can possibly throw.
One other person he's knocked down. Let's name him.
Knocked down?
Yeah.
I don't know of any.
0. 0, man.
I don't know of any, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking back, though, I wish McGregor would have just fucking whoop, pop, pop, on that punch.
That would have been sick, but he was too scared of the takedown. Yeah. Way too scared of the takedown.
Anticipating it.
All right, let's wrap it up by talking about...
Okay, so...
What?
I got Ben Askren, man. Yeah, I got Ben Askren by Lay and Pray.
Did we just pick the same people all the way around? Yes. Yes, we did.
We did.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Same people. I think we're going to be right there.
You do got Askren? Yeah, I got Askren by Lay and Pray mostly. Like, I got him being very careful. I got him taking down Maya pretty easily. I got him being very careful on top. Put himself in just very careful positions, not extending his arms out to get arm bar to triangle, just staying real tight, slowly working his way to pass, to half guard, and then, just being a fucking wrestler, because wrestlers are going to get on top of BJJ guys. It's just when they think they can posture up, they think they can, sloppily transition by being stronger. That's when the BJJ guys are not got you with something.
Yeah, he's got to keep his.
I don't think Askren's gonna mess up.
Keep his base down. Yeah.
Yeah. But Malik can definitely throw up submissions off his back. But I know he's stronger on top, and he's not going to end up on top. Unless he hits him with a really nice sweep, I just don't think he'll ever be on top on the ground against Askren.
No?
No. I think it'll only, if it goes
to the ground, it's
only going to be Askren on top.
I think he's got definitely a good chance. I think, like you said, his sweeps are awesome. Ben Askren definitely showed some holes in his submission grappling game. So
now, it could go kind of how it went with Robbie, and Robbie slammed him because Askren, in trying to bring him down, didn't really care about being off balance.
Yeah.
Just wanted to grapple, period. And he allowed himself to get lifted up and fucking needed.
Exactly.
So Maya could do something like that, maybe.
Yeah. I think Maya's a lot stronger, too.
He's bigger, for sure.
Yeah. This is the one that's the longest fucking prediction show we've done. It's good. You did good this time. Yeah. I'm going to close it by talking about Bellator tomorrow and Saturday. Then we got a doubleheader again. We're talking about Bellator and the doubleheaders. You see who they got. Mir versus Big Country Roy Nelson. Beck Rollins making her Bellator debut Friday, and then Saturday's Rory versus Lima 2 for the title. Cole Daly was supposed to fight Hamasi. He's fighting Saad Awad. Hamasi dropped out. Devin Powell's making his Bellator debut on Saturday. Patrick Mix is back. He's fighting some guy that they put in there for a late replacement. Still, man, Bellator doubleheader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why 231, 232. That's why they go so quick.
Who you got, Mir or Nelson?
Mir. Yeah. By decision, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see him knocking out Roy Nelson.
I don't see it.
Mir developed a knockout game late in his career.
He did?
But, he's...
Power's the last thing to go, man.
Yeah. But he definitely developed knockout ability.
Yeah.
He probably always had it, but he didn't go for it much. But, when he knocked out Todd Duffy that time, I was like, holy shit. I've never seen Frank Mir do something like that. And it's just clean punch, man.
Yeah.
But,
I like his submission game, too, but I don't think he's going to be able to use any of that, really, against Roy Nelson. I think it's going to be a really, really tough fight. They're going to stand up, trade a lot.
Nelson's too one-dimensional. No, he is good on the ground. He's pretty good on the ground.
He's pretty good on the feet, too.
Who?
Nelson.
Yeah, I know. But he's really one-dimensional on the feet, though.
Oh, yeah.
He's just throwing that big overhand.
Yeah.
Sometimes throwing uppercut.
Yeah.
That's pretty much why Mark Hunt was able to just walk him down and just crack him and knock him out. Because Mark Hunt obviously has more weapons. Both very powerful. Both can knock you the fuck out. Both have granite chins, but just way more weapons. Yeah. Probably just overall timing. But it gets up against the cage. Mir's got the advantage. It gets on the ground. Mir's got the advantage.
Gets on the ground.
In the middle of the octagon, if Mir is smart, he can just keep away from that overhand.
Yeah. Definitely a lot quicker.
Yeah. And Roy's gas tank hadn't been looking good in recent years.